This is John Paul Wright coming to you from Tokyo, Japan, and today I'm talking about Reylo. I thought Reylo was going to be gone, out of the news, but it appears we got one last dance with Reylo, and it's pretty important. So if you don't know, Reylo is a romance between Kylo and Rey in the Star Wars Disney saga. Now, I don't like Reylo so much. I've got quite a few videos on this channel that are against Reylo, saying it's pretty silly. But it turns out, in The Rise of Skywalker, Rey and Kylo did in fact kiss, and you could consider that Reylo. But it seems that in a novel, Lucasfilms kind of said it was like a gratitude kiss, hinting at this friendship kiss. It's not really a romance. So that means all the Reylos now have to deal with disappointment like I have with the Disney trilogy, to put it lightly. So let's take a look at this article right now. Here we see it from Screen Rant. Star Wars confirms Rey and Ben's kiss wasn't romantic. Okay, so Ben Solo is Kylo Ren, whatever. Ray Carson's novelization of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker finally reveals a kiss between Rey and Ben Solo wasn't romantic. Alright, that's cool with me. Okay, so up here they say the same thing we just heard in the intro to the article. Then they continue. The Rise of Skywalker brought the sequel trilogy to a conclusion. And in the character arcs of both Rey and Kylo Ren, although Ben Solo was redeemed, he sacrificed his life for Rey, and the two shared one brief kiss before he died in her arms, which is the details. The mysterious relationship between Rey and Kylo Ren lies at the core of the sequel trilogy, which I think is a mistake. I think it should be more about the Jedi, the Sith, world building, all that kind of thing, but I didn't write it, and it came out terrible. Star Wars Rise of Skywalker revealed they are both part of a Force Dryad, something very uncommon in the Star Wars galaxy. This occurs when two powerful Force users are connected on a mystical level, their power bleeding into one another. The bond was presumably deepened when Kylo Ren attempted to penetrate Rey's mind in Star Wars The Force Awakens, and has been growing as each became stronger in the Force. It's not quite the connection many viewers wanted to see. Many fans had hoped for a romance between Kylo and Rey, or Rey and Kylo, whichever order you want to say it. The kiss in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker felt like Lucasfilms tossing them a bone, and that's exactly what I'm saying. That's what a lot of people were saying, is that, it just feels like they wanted to pander to the Reylo fans, because they heard the Reylo fans wanted to see Reylo for like 4 years leading up to the Rise of Skywalker, something like that, so they just threw in that kiss at the end, without any real plan, like most of the other stuff, and hope for the best. Then now they're retracting it. In a surprising twist, however you say that kind of could be like Rey a little bit. Carson's novelization of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker subtly attempts to walk back on that. Advanced copies of the novelization have been released at the C2E2 in Chicago, and readers have been taken aback at the description of the kiss. For context, this scene happens just after Ben Solo used his new Force heal power to transfer his own life into Rey, resurrecting her at the cost of his own life. That's a really cool picture, by the way. I didn't draw it, but it's pretty cool. So here's the exact passage from the book. His heart was full as Rey reached for his face, let her fingers linger against his neck. And then, wonder of wonders, she leaned forward and kissed him. Wonder of wonders. You guys hear that? It's a wonder of wonder. A kiss of gratitude, acknowledgement of their connection, celebration that they'd found each other at last. But then she drew back, concern on her face. She could feel him growing cold. Ben smiled at her. He had given Rey back to the galaxy. It wouldn't atone for the darkness he'd wrought, but it was what he could do. So, yep, this is the main thing, is the gratitude. And it's not like they found love and now they would be together or something like that. It was just kind of like, oh, thanks a lot, bro. The scene is distinctly odd. How many people share a lingering kiss out of gratitude? It fits, however, with comments from director J.J. Abrams, who seems to have been hedging his bets as to whether or not the kiss should be considered romantic. And, the director and writer of the movie, doesn't even know. He's making bets. According to the film's editor, Marianne Brandon, the kiss wasn't originally part of the script at all. It was added when the filmmakers watched the performances of Daisy Ridley and Adam Driver. It's unclear why Lucasfilm sees the need to clarify the kiss given the story is complete. Ben Solo died moments after he shared the kiss, and Lucasfilms doesn't appear to have any concrete plans for the sequel trilogy going forward. So here's a tweet about it. We don't have Ben Solo's ghost, but we have, what joy, Ben Solo's ghost's voice. Perfect. I'm so happy. I feel myself so closure right now. I need said it again. I won't buy this thing, no way, and neither will I buy the thing, because I didn't like the movie, I didn't like the trilogy, so of course I wouldn't buy the book. Of course Star Wars has a history of ill-judged kisses. There's the worst one right there. Empire Strikes Back features an infamous kiss in which Leia gives Luke a passionate kiss in order to make Han jealous. George Lucas had not yet to decide Luke and Leia were really brother and sister, which was a mistake. Like, it was just a story writing. I don't even know if it was a mistake. It was a premature scene he put in without realizing where he wanted the story to go. It wasn't something he thought to put at the very end and then correct and then think about and decide what the fans are going to think about it. He just kind of put it in there, probably because he thought that the story was going to go in a different direction. The case of Rey and Ben Solo is even more ironic. However, because the kiss was actually one of the least controversial elements of the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, because they had the lesbian kiss, which was one of the most controversial, which actually my video did really good on. So there you have it. Looks like Reylo is a thing, but isn't a thing. It's confusing, it's silly, it sucks, and there's no point to it, and now there's even less of a point to it than there was before. If you're new to the channel and you're watching this now and you like Reylo, then what can I say? I am not a fan of the Disney trilogy, I'm not a fan of Brie Larson, and those two things will never ever change. Can't help it, I gotta be honest. If I'm not honest, then what the hell am I? Gonna give a big shout out to Demanjanai. Been quite a while. He's on 795, almost 800. Check him out. Cool guy. Known him for a very long time. And if you're not subscribed here, click the subscribe button. Press it, smash it, whatever you're gonna do. Get subscribed. I'm doing pop culture, Amber Heard, some Star Wars here and there. Whatever comes up, do what I feel like. See you next time.